Hi
fellow birdies,
and welcome back to
another edition of SongByrd's Eating Show.
In today's video, we're actually going to be trying out Mr. Beast chocolate bars. Yes, Mr. Beast came out with chocolate bars. Finally got a hold of some, and there's 5 different flavors here that I all found at Walmart. So we have original chocolate, milk chocolate, chocolate sea salt, almond chocolate, and looks like something similar to Reese's. I can't really read it what it says from here, but
it says Deez Nutz.
And the cool thing about these is that, of course, Mr. Beast, it says, advertises like only made with 4, 5 ingredients and not 7 ingredients. So very minimal processed ingredients. So we're going to try these out and see how we like them. So let's get started. So the first one we're going to do, of course, is the original chocolate. Now, I'm not sure how that's going to be any different than, say, the milk chocolate, but I guess we'll find out soon. All right, so this is what it looks like.
Devour.
Cheers.
I will obey this command.
Has cane sugar, organic chocolate liquor. Oh, this is actually kind of partly organic. Organic cocoa butter and sunflower lecithin. So this is kind of like actually partly organic chocolate bars. I do see on some of these bars too it says like made with grass-fed milk, or at least like on 2 of these, but not this one in the middle too. But this is actually pretty good quality chocolate.
It definitely reminds me of some of my favorite dark chocolate. I would like to dip a little bit of honey on it, to sweeten it up a little bit. But it's very good.
And especially for me, because I'm more of a lover of milk chocolate than dark chocolate, this is kind of like in between those. So like it's not too bitter like the dark chocolate, but also it's not too sweet like the milk chocolate. So, this is okay for me. Like, I'm on good. It's pretty good. So I'm gonna probably give that one like a 7.5. Pretty good.
7.5, 8 for me. Like, of course, I'd probably give it like an 8.5. Actually, I'll give it an 8.5 because if I had honey, it'd be amazing.
Alright, next one we're going to try is milk chocolate. Now this says it's made with grass-fed milk, which I don't really know what the difference of those, but whatever. So this is made with 5 ingredients. I'm not sure what the extra ingredient of this would be. Alright, cheers guys. This is better, to me at least.
For me, I actually prefer the other one, mainly because this is a little bit too. It's not like bitter, but it's not very sweet. I kind of like my chocolate beach sweeter.
This is a little bit different than a Hershey bar because Hershey's is milk chocolate, but this is slightly sweeter. Definitely not bitter at all. It's like this is the kind of chocolate that I like, say, behind white chocolate. White chocolate's my favorite. So this one is definitely an upgrade for me. It's definitely like better tasting. So I'm giving this one probably, it's not as good as a Hershey's bar. Probably like an 8.5.
For me, I'd say I have to give this a 6. Like, the problem is it's not sweet enough to make me like it as chocolate, but it's not bitter enough to make me like it as dark chocolate. It's in that in between where just I can't say very much about it. It's good enough to eat, but I'm not like adding it to my plate.
Alright, next one we're going to try is chocolate sea salt. Now, I don't know if I've been the biggest fan of like salty chocolate, but sometimes I've heard that salt added to chocolate can kind of enhance the flavor a little bit. So this is what it looks like. So here we go. Cheers. Ooh. That's interesting. Definitely tastes the saltiness of it. Salty. Might be a little bit too much salty. Maybe I'm not used to this. I'm not used to chocolate.
Yeah, it's got a powerful salty kick.
Kind of looks like, say, like salty pretzels, right? The pretzels are really salty. This is like you put the salt from the pretzels on the chocolate. Kind of reminds me of that. It's not quite fitting with me. So this doesn't work with this kind of chocolate. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I guess I do get it. But it's definitely not my favorite. It's kind of like taken away from the enjoyment of the chocolate. It's just a little too much of a salty flavor mixed in with all that chocolate flavor. And this is not milk chocolate. I can tell that already. Got a little bit of a bitterness to it. This is kind of like taking the original chocolate and just adding salt to it. I'm probably going to give this like a 6.5.
This one's a 5. Like,
oh, wow.
I really don't like it. Like, every time it gets salty, I like wince.
No.
And the base chocolate just isn't my style anyway. So for me, it's a 5. You know, I'm willing to finish it.
I'm kind of wondering how it would have been if they had done this instead with the milk chocolate version. Maybe it would have been a bit better, but for some reason the salt just does not work with that kind of chocolate.
Maybe with a sweeter milk chocolate.
Yeah.
Let's go almond chocolate.
All right, almond chocolate time, folks. So I guess this is gonna be kind of a bit nutty. So yeah, you can see the almonds right inside here on the side there. All right, here we go. Cheers.
Okay.
Ooh. Definitely crunchy. It's a little weird to me, honestly. Maybe just because I'm not used to almonds too much. So I mainly eat peanut butter. So I'll be used to like peanuts and chocolate, all of that. But almonds definitely have a different flavor. And I'm not quite sure if it's working with this chocolate.
I'd say this one with some honey would probably be pretty good. Let's see. Like, I'm actually liking this one by comparison. Like, I'd say like it needs to go with honey, you know, for me. But with honey, it would probably be very good. I'm gonna give this one a solid 7.5. Even without, it's pretty decent, but I definitely like the extra sweetness with honey.
To me, it's just not being used to the almonds, and it's just got a bit too much of a different nutty flavor than I'm used to. And it really is, and it's also they keep doing it to the slightly bitter chocolate, which is not that I'm a huge fan of. So I'm gonna give this a 5.5. Because I'm not really like thinking it's too much. Like I'll finish it, but yeah, it's just about as bad. Or maybe the sea salt one was a bit worse. They're both bad. It's like not really blowing me away. All right, last one we're gonna try is called Deez Nutz.
Who's nuts?
Literally, who's nuts? That was Deez Nutz. What a name! What a name! So this has got peanut butter nuts, so it should be like pretty similar to say like Reese's bar or Reese's cup or something like that. It's got chocolate and peanut butter. And I am a huge lover of chocolate and peanut butter, so hopefully I will like this one. Also, it's milk chocolate, so why not? You barely see the peanut butter right in there. It's like really, really like a thin layer.
It's actually pretty decent. Like.
Okay, here we go. Now this is what I'm talking about. Very low peanut butter and chocolate. Oh god, I love this. And milk chocolate too. They put it on the right chocolate finally. This is not exactly like a Reese's cup, but it's really close to it. The combination of the peanut butter and the chocolate really complement each other on this.
I'm trying to think what it reminds me of. Like, you know, like the ice cream with like chocolate and peanut butter? What's the kind called? Rocky Road? No. I'm forgetful on this one. But that's what kind of reminds it. There's one ice cream that reminds me of. Like chocolate and peanut butter and stuff.
It's not Rocky Nut Red. I forget now, but that's really, really good. That's a really good chocolate bar. I love the peanut butter and the chocolate on it. And I'm like I said, I like it that they use milk chocolate for this one. So, good choice. This one is going to get like, it's a 9 for me. I like it more on the milk chocolate one.
Yeah, what makes this one good for me is there isn't a huge amount of sweetness, but the peanut butter, more than makes up for that. Like, it's chocolatey peanut butter flavor. Akin to Reese's, not quite as sweet, but you get the right flavor. And here the kind of like lack of powerful chocolate flavor works for it because it lets that peanut butter like show off more.
I have to agree with you 100% on that. That's probably the best bar out of the bunch. Like, if you like, milk chocolate. If you like the bitter chocolate, I think the dark chocolate would probably fit more to your taste. So people like different kinds of chocolate.
Indeed. For me, this one gets an 8.5 as well, just like the first one. Although, for different reasons. The first one because it would go great with honey. This one because it goes great as is. So if you want to have Mr. Beast chocolate bar, I highly recommend the, and I quote, Deez Nutz flavor. Enjoy Deez Nutz.
I think they knew what they were doing when they put that on there, probably. It's just a bit too coincidental, if I say so myself. But yeah, so my top one for this, of course, would be Deez Nutz. And my least favorite one would probably be either the almonds or the sea salt one. It's really hard to choose, but probably the almonds because Just say, I'm not a big fan of almonds, but what would be your least and most favorite?
Least favorite, sea salt, straight up. I can't really think of anything I like about it. Yeah, I'm basically, I was seriously considering like not finishing it, and that's something I rarely say about a food because I like try to finish everything I eat. Whereas, yeah, as for number one, I'm all up for Deez Nutz. 100% Deez Nutz all the way.
Anyway, if you guys want to try these out for yourselves, you can get them at Walmart, or I'm sure they have them at other places too. I'm not sure, but these run about $2.50 per bar, and regular size bars. Let us know what you think about them in the comment section below if you agree or disagree, and if you guys have any more recommendations for stuff for us to try, also leave that below. Don't forget to hit the red button to subscribe and
hit that bell to receive notifications. Give it a good smack.
Give it a good whack, and we'll see you in the next video.
Yep. This is Charles.
And Crystal signing off.
Bye,
Bye, birdies.